Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Candela. I'm a hypnotherapist and a transformation coach. Welcome to my channel. You're about to listen to a recording of one of my regression sessions. Enjoy. And as you come down to the surface, I want you to tell me the very first impressions that you have as you reach the surface.
I don't see anything clearly.
What are you aware of?
I feel like I'm in emptiness.
What are the sensations that you're experiencing? How does it feel to be there?
Feels calm.
Is this a place where you have a specific purpose? Do you have a purpose for being there right now?
I just am.
Is there any sense of what will come next? Is this temporary?
It just feels like I've been here before, but it's just nothingness.
And so as you continue to experience this deep, peaceful state, your awareness will begin to grow and expand. You will simply become aware of who you are, perhaps where you are, perhaps why you are.
This feels like vast. I feel my heart energy.
Become aware of when you come to this place.
I come to rest.
Do you come to rest here at certain points in your existence?
Yes,
What are those points?
the in-between time.
Between physical lives?
Yes,
So begin to become more aware of what you experience as you arrive in this place. Do you spend time by yourself? Are there others around you?
it feels connected. I'm not alone. I'm just there.
What are you connected to, or who are you connected to?
The energy, just calm and love, and just existence of energy.
Is this energy communicating to you?
It just washes over everything. It's very safe, very comforting.
The more you become aware of this energy, the more you will begin to awaken and understand it. And the more you might experience that the energy is in a constant communication or interaction with you, that it not only carries a sense of peace and comfort, there is information and healing in those waves. And so as you begin to perceive that, you're able to have a more aware interaction. What are you perceiving now?
I feel love, belonging.
And how would you describe yourself now?
I am nothing. energy is the only thing I can just there.
And what is your relationship to that energy around you?
I just feel part of it.
I wonder if you can become aware of having an ability to communicate with that energy, perhaps pose questions to it. In fact, in your mind right now, you could ask it, "Can I ask you questions?" And tell me what response you get.
I'm sensing resistance, but it feels like it's from me.
So, do you get a response from that energy, or do you feel that you're blocking it?
I feel like I'm blocking it.
And so just pose that question again and allow your heart center to open even wider. And as it opens, there is a heart centered connection that allows you to receive information not through your brain, but through your heart. And so it bypasses the analysis, the judgment, and the assessment of your brain center. It is as though the consciousness of all there is speaking directly into your heart. And so, what are you experiencing?
I'm not feeling an answer.
And so, what I'd like you to do then is to decide if you are able to go on your journey and allow this beautiful resting place to energize you enough so that you can reach a destination that is more physical. Just allow yourself to be drawn to a time and a place. And on the count of 3, begin to become aware of what is around you. 1, 2, and 3. Gain a greater awareness of the impressions that you get.
And I'm not going anywhere.
And what are you experiencing?
I'm nowhere.
Be in that place of nowhere, knowing that you don't need to travel physically. You don't need to go anywhere in your body. All the traveling is done within your mind. There is nothing you need to see. There is simply that state of peaceful comfort. That's all that you need. Just allow yourself to melt into it with no expectations. This is the right place, the right experience. And so tell me more about your sensations.
I'm not sure where I should go. Where I should go.
You don't have to go anywhere. Just see if you can reconnect with that place of nothingness, that feeling of comfort. Are you able to sense it?
Yes.
Good. And so, what else can you tell me about this? Because as you speak, more information will become available to you.
And vibrates and pulses. It swirls, causes my heart energy to swirl. It makes me feel love. It washes me with mush.
Is there anything else that it's doing? Is there any additional information of actions that are hidden within those waves of love?
I'm told that they're here with me.
And who are they?
Consciousness. They are energy. They are collective beings. They let me know I'm not alone.
Now, I wonder if they would allow us to have a conversation with them, and if they would allow me to ask some of the questions that would help you on this journey. And you can ask them.
They are open to questions.
Thank you. So before I get to the questions, can you tell me how you experience them? Is it simply an awareness, or you have other sensations?
I feel their energy. I connect with them. I can feel the love.
So I'm going to pose some questions, and as you ask those questions of them, you can either tell me what you hear them saying to you, or you can become a direct channel and allow them to speak directly through you. So first, I want to thank that collective consciousness for helping us with questions and answers today. And I want to ask you about your relationship with the soul who's now Janine.
They're here to support me in this journey.
And are you working specifically with Janine?
They are collective. I don't feel that it's yet an assigned collection.
This collective energy or consciousness, does it include individual souls that have incarnated in physical lives on Earth?
I feel that they are permanently in the collective.
So there are no souls there that have been in human lives with Janine before?
I don't feel that connection.
So help me understand the type of guidance that you provide to Janine in this life.
We're her beacon, her home. That lets her know there's more.
Why is it important for her in this life to have this beacon?
She already knows it's there. We have allowed her to connect. She longs to connect.
Can you help me and her understand this human experience that she's having this time? She experienced some trauma in her childhood. Can you help her understand what the significance of that trauma was for her soul? What are you getting?
That it has no significance.
I wonder if they can take you into that moment when, as a soul, you were preparing for this life, that cycle of reviewing your options and getting ready for your next incarnation. Were they able to show you that?
I'm not getting a connection to them. I'm sensing resistance.
So I want to ask them if they can point out to you your source of resistance. Why does this human brain resist?
To keep the innocence,
What does she consider innocence?
She's kind of stuck at 3 and has been for a long time.
You said 3 as an age.
Yes.
What happened at age 3?
We were happy. That is the age of innocence.
I see. As you're wrapping her with that love that vibrates and pulsates through her, I wonder if you can allow her to sense and understand that she can keep the innocence, the joy, and the love, and that sense of peace and comfort that comes with innocence, releasing and leaving behind any pain, any discomfort that is holding her back. And that as she releases what is no longer serving her, she can begin to move forward in her evolution, because that age, that number, no longer needs to hold her back and limit her progress. Even now, as her body has aged beyond 3, she can feel the love and acceptance of that consciousness all around her. So it is not the age that carries that significance. It is the sensation of comfort, peace, and acceptance. And I wonder if she's ready now to pick up what she finds most precious and begin to move forward from that age, walking away from it into 4 and 5 and 6, and even further on, experiencing herself maturing and evolving while still carrying with her that sensation of innocence and safety. Tell me if she's able to do that.
Yes.
Beautiful. Now, as she moves on, leaving behind the pain of the experiences, knowing that there is always purpose in the experiences humans have, even when we don't quite understand them. But as we learn from them, we can make a choice to let go of the pain and hold on to the feeling of love and acceptance. She can go through the numbers and go through the age, or she can just return to that sensation of being a timeless, beautiful, powerful soul that is not bound by age, that knows who she is, that knows its power, its place in the universe, its connection to all that is. Is she able to experience that?
Yes.
So I wonder now, from this perspective, if she can begin to get a glimpse into the purpose that she set out for her soul in this physical incarnation as Janine.
I'm sensing that I am to know God again in this lifetime.
And as you are preparing for this life, what are the choices that are offered to you by your guides in terms of the people that will be in it, the circumstances? How are those selected?
I can't tell the choices.
So just focus on the selections that you make and their significance. And begin with your parents. You may even see the souls that will become your parents walking towards you, and they will present to you the gifts that they will give you in this life. And you will understand the significance of those gifts in your soul journey. Do you sense them approaching you?
Yes. I sense that they have allowed me to find my own way.
And why is that important to your soul in this life?
My choices have brought me to this day, to this moment.
So they have allowed you to get in touch with your internal power and decision making.
Yes.
Now become aware of the choices you're making about the specific experiences that may have been traumatic in your childhood and their significance in your soul journey.
I can choose to love despite the pain.
And does that take you closer to knowing God, which is your purpose in this life?
It allows me to know that there is more. Yes.
As you realize this, and you know that there was a soul significance to those events, can you allow the human pain and resentment to begin to dissipate and let go?
Yes.
Good. So continue to connect with the energy of the experiences versus the human memory of them. Because as you connect with the energy, your soul becomes more aware and more empowered as it remembers itself as the engineer of this entire lifetime. And now become aware of any other significant people in this life and the reason why you chose to have them. What is their gift to your soul journey?
My grandmother, she was here to be the one source of God's love, to show me what it is to live through God. She was always with me.
And now I wonder if you can begin to discern her energy there with you in that collective consciousness, or perhaps separate from it. As you shift your focus, you may begin to sense her.
She is in my heart. I can feel her.
Yes. Now, is she continuing to give you that connection with the source, with God?
Yes.
Beautiful. Become aware of any other significant people in your life and understand the soul gifts that they bring into your life.
My husband, he is an anchor that I need. I have always known that we are connected very deeply.
And is he part of your soul family?
I feel it. He has been with me many times.
Mhm. And what does he anchor you into?
love. It helps me always know. It helps me get through when I doubt, when I need it.
Good. Hold on to that knowing, to that awareness. I wonder if you can become aware, or if you can ask for information about your connection with the Creator or with your soul family that occurs during your sleep. Just become aware of the work that is being done during the sleep cycle. And let me know.
I am often aware of them in my sleep. It is a connection. It seems necessary, something that must happen. It is always happening.
And what is happening during this connection?
It allows the knowing, it allows regeneration, returning to roots, returning to truth.
So is there any download that's happening at that time from the soul level into the human part?
Yes, there have been many.
What is being downloaded?
Teaching. We teach her.
Can you give her conscious mind a sample of what you're teaching her so she can take it with her, something that she can remember consciously?
She is always loved. There is so much more to be known.
Through this intense emotional connection right now, could you please send her information that you can understand and take with her? Information about the soul's place on earth. Something that she wouldn't have learned from others. Something that she can bring across on her own. She needs this to be confirmed for her conscious mind.
There is always a grand design, a grand plan. Her place within it is her choice, her decision. She decided. It has been decided. It is to be so. She must listen. She must allow her guidance, her intuition. It will show her. We will show her. But it must be done in stages. She cannot know all she knows at once. But she is important. She's already been offered what she needs. She still doubts it. It is her human self that intervenes.
I can understand that you can't know everything at once, but perhaps you can give her the next little piece of the puzzle that will make her understand who you are and your support. What can you teach her about the soul's journey through the earth realm?
I am asking, give me a moment What I'm getting is a seed. There's a seed that there is more growth yet to be done before more is to be revealed. But there is just a knowing of teaching, that I am to be a teacher, that I am a teacher.
Thank you. Can you give her an idea of the number of lifetimes that her soul has experienced on Earth?
There have been many. There is a strong connection to Earth.
Has she had life experiences on other worlds while she is incarnating on Earth, or in between her lives on Earth?
Yes, there has been. She knows it.
What other planets or realms has she lived in between her Earth lives?
Don't get a sense of an actual, just galaxies, just being a star child.
Okay. I would like to focus on this soul's human journey in this particular life. I wonder if you can help her understand how she can best work with her sensitivity to energy and not be negatively affected by the energy around her.
She knows where she goes, to nature. That's how she protects. It is her place. It is her sense of connection, her sense of wholeness. She goes there, but not
And
enough.
is it sufficient for her to just be in nature on a regular basis to keep herself balanced?
That is where her balance comes from. She
Mhm.
feels it there.
Is there anything else she needs to do to keep herself protected?
She does not ground enough with Gaia.
Can you give her an image of what would help her stay grounded?
Her body against the earth. She feels the energy.
So that will help her navigate life and be more stable and grounded.
Yes.
I'd like to ask about an experience that she has sometimes. She experiences a tingle between her right shoulder blade and her spine. I wonder if you can tell her what that is about.
We are connected along the spine. I let her know.
So this is a signal to her that she's connected.
It is a gentle reminder.
Mhm. I want to ask about some other connections. So when she met an elderly woman at a dance, she experienced a deep soul connection. Could you help her understand what that experience was about and perhaps what connection she has with that soul?
She allowed herself to be seen. She was seen by another who could see her soul. And they shared a moment of love and joy.
What can she do to continue to stay in that space?
It's okay to let her spirit be seen. It is who she is.
I wonder if you can help her connect with the experience that she had, if there was such an experience of a little bird with running bear. Perhaps you can take her into that life experience.
The connection is strong. He stays with her, always. He is a constant source of love, unconditional love.
When they interacted together in a physical life, what was that like?
She loved him so much. She wanted to be with him always. It was important. She listened to him. He was wise.
What was their relationship? Who were they to each other?
He was her teacher, her grandfather, her first teaching, a wisdom keeper. He taught her so much.
And who was she?
A young girl.
Did she have a long life?
Yes.
And what was the purpose of that life experience?
To know love, to know nature before it was spoiled.
What did she do during her lifetime?
I feel like she shared her knowledge. She had her own family.
And why is Running Bear around in this life?
I feel like he agreed to be with her.
What is his goal or significance in her life right now?
To remember, to always remember.
So I'd like to ask the spirit guides or any beings of light of the highest vibration to help us with a scan of Janine's body. Scan her body, beginning at the top of her head, and point out any spots that are out of balance and that need attention, and we'll address them as we go through them.
Her head feels blocked.
Please begin to open whatever is blocked. So tell me what you're doing and also communicate what is the source of the blockage.
We're pouring energy from above to relax, help her to let go.
Beautiful. So as you continue to do that, please go ahead with the scan.
There's a lot of tension in the neck and the shoulders.
And can you adjust that and release the tension?
Yes.
Is there anything she needs to know about the source of that?
To be aware of how much her body is not relaxed. She holds tension, and to be aware, to allow the release.
I wonder if her whole soul family can surround her now. So she has a sensation of the whole family loving her and taking care of her.
Yes.
So as you continue with the scan, what else do you notice?
She is releasing
What is she releasing?
all that no longer serves.
Is it stored anywhere in particular?
Between her shoulders and her pelvis.
What is in that area?
Blockages.
Can you help clear those?
Yes.
How do you do that?
With flowing energy from the top of her body and asking her to relax.
And is she responding to your suggestions?
Yes, there is a lot.
So continue doing that as well, because I know you are able to do multiple things at the same time. Continue with your scan, please.
Her vibrations are strong.
Is there anything specific in her body that you want to bring our attention to?
There is much release happening in the neck and shoulders.
I would like to ask you about the significance behind the digestive issues that she has been having in her life, and especially the flares that she has experienced in the past few months.
It is where the body stores all that it cannot digest. It is complicated, but she is sensitive, very sensitive. She always has been sensitive.
Are there things from her childhood trauma that she has stored there that have caused her discomfort and pain?
Yes, there's much.
Can you allow her now to vent that out of her body in the most effective and healthy way possible so it can be transmuted and she no longer needs to carry that discomfort within her?
Yes, we are doing it.
Good. Can you also give her an image or a knowing of a healthier way that she can let go of the things that she can't digest, so to speak?
She can ask us every day to help her release, and we will help her.
Thank you. As you continue to clear that, can you help her understand the experience that she had in August when she woke up in the middle of the night with severe abdominal pain? What was happening to her at that point?
She often feels the pain of others. What is happening? That which she does not understand. She is that sensitive.
Help her right now to strengthen her own body and to strengthen her own energy level so that she can feel safe and comfortable. She can be aware of the pain and suffering of others and have compassion for it without becoming a victim of it herself.
Yes, we are helping her. But this is a process.
Good. And as she continues to ask you for assistance, will you help her strengthen it?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you help her understand her hormonal imbalance and the issues that she has with blood sugar?
She is working on it. It is all connected as she is able to balance and let go. It is all connected.
So it's her sensitivity to others.
Yes, it is her sensitivity to everything. Her body is needing to build resilience.
Can you give her a very strong understanding of the fact that she does not need to be a victim of the pain, to empathize with others? That in fact, the stronger she is, the more she's capable to be of assistance to those that are in pain.
Her awareness is growing, but it is a process.
Good, thank you. I want to ask you about her thirst. She has an impression that her body is not absorbing water. Can you help her understand why she needs water all the time?
She is learning flow.
Can you explain it better, please?
Needing to flush all that needs to flow.
As you're helping her balance her energy and feel stronger, would she be able to handle that flow easier because there wouldn't be so much need to flush things out of her body? She'll be able to release them in different ways.
Yes.
Thank you. Is there a good progress being made with all those blockages and releases from her body?
Yes, she vibrates everywhere.
Beautiful. I'm going to bring her out very soon, but please continue to work with her body. She now has conscious awareness of what needs to be done in the work that you're doing. And I want to thank you for all the help and information that you have given her today and all the work that you will continue to do with her. Before we disconnect, do you have any final message that you want to give directly to Janine?
She must offer herself compassion and patience. This is a process. It is a long process, but she is open to it and she is asking for it, and we are supporting her.
Thank you. Asking the higher consciousness and collective consciousness to recede to where it belongs. With much love and thanks for the help and information that you have given Janine today. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the session. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you click on the bell, you will be notified of any of my future postings. Thank you. Bye.